trying to not have an echo. Yeah, see, but now we can't hear you.
Yeah, of course. My echo is here. Because I can hear me. You know what I mean? I can hear me. Very loud. You have it on speaker up there?
I'm trying to take it off speaker.
You got it. I hear big speaker system vibes.
That's just, that's just how my Mac rolls. Yo, that big speaker vibes.
Big. No, I'm just gonna mute.
Yo.
The podcast, yo.
The podcast is here.
Yo, what's up, man? We're here live.
Live on my couch.
Yeah, take me on that ass, Tyson, off away.
I'm gonna take you off the street right now.
Let me get my tree first.
Word. Because what are you smoking? Get the fuck out of here. Tika is going crazy right now. Anybody else out there got a cat? I got a cat. Y'all just seen him. His name is Tika. He's like, I don't know. He's a small cat, a young cat. He's still trying to get his cat life together.
Let's not distract.
Okay. Well, there goes our DJ. Shout out to DJ Cabin. Really hope he's feeling better. He had a
COVID.
No, he doesn't have COVID, thank God. He just had some tooth surgery, some oral surgery, So that's just no joke. That should be no joke. Get those tooth pulled, this shit is harsh. So while we get our lives together, I'm just gonna, get into Roach Clips episode real quick.
Get that live together.
Just real quick. So the
upload that video.
See what we do out in these streets, in these non-COVID related streets,
in these cancel culture streets.
You are now watching Smokes and Jones.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to be like a chill person. I used to be like laid back, none of the bothered me, none of the guys me. Everything roll on my shoulder, and it turns out I just wasn't paying rent yet. I was 17 now I'm in the real world. I'm very upset. I did not know the frequency and the volume of men in this world taking pictures of their piece and just sending it to women. I had no idea. It's happening every hour, every day, everywhere. It's happening behind you all the time. No matter where you are, you could be at home and it's happening behind you somewhere. It's wild. And the women didn't ask for the picture and they can't see the picture, And I found out because they didn't know. Because a lot of ladies that they do it as well, where they'll go out and they'll meet a guy, maybe they're with their friends, maybe they're by themselves, they don't really like the guy, not really vibing or anything. And then at the end of the night, he asks you for your number, and you give him your number, but you give him one number off. Just one number off. Maybe it's his first number, maybe it's his last number, just try your number. I know that because I've been that number. For a period of 6 months, some woman out in the world was just giving random men my number. And for a period of 6 months, I was waking up to penises. I was doing what y'all do, I was waking up. I was thanking the Lord for everything. Rolling over, grabbing my phone, see what's going on in the world. See who's thinking about me. And there were just penises all over my phone. And the worst part was that it was just the penis. It wasn't even like, hey, what's up, I'm Mark from last night. It was straight to penis. Like, now I'm trying to see how my days go. It was terrible. It was terrible. I finally understood, kind of. I didn't even get the worst of it. This was just 6 months, But I I think I got to stop. And this is even to if you want me to stop sending you unsolicited pictures of the pigs, they usually do what I did, which is send a picture of a penis back. You have no idea what to do. No one is less prepared to receive a picture of a penis than a man that just sent a picture of a penis. And the thing about politics a lot is, you read it, you see it, all the news, everything. And I do feel like if you want to sum up politics in a sentence, all politics is thinking you know what's best for other people. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people think that people that are diametrically opposed to them hate them. They probably don't hate you, they just truly don't understand you. And they think they're doing what's best for you, and because they don't know you, Like I'll give you an example. I was on West 4th, and I saw this lady, this homeless woman that was in a wheelchair, and she had no legs. And she was like rummaging in some like garbage and stuff. And in my head, I was like, this is unacceptable. Like, I need to get this woman something to eat. You know what I mean? And I don't like giving homeless people just like the food, like my to-go plate. You know what I mean? Because it's like, here, have what didn't make it in my mouth. Like that feels super disrespectful. So I wanted to get her a new sandwich. So I got her a new sandwich. Walked up to her and I was like, hey, ma'am, here's a sandwich if you want it. If you're hungry or anything. And then she pushed the trash away. She had something in her hands and she got herself to sit up in her wheelchair. And she looked at me and had the sweetest face. And she said to me, oh, sweetie, I'm trying to smoke crack.
Crazy.
Empress in the building. I'm so excited.
Yo, that was crazy, B. I ain't see that in a minute.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite Roach clips. Cause like he definitely solved the worldwide problem, I think. Like, cause what do you do? Like, I never understood why people think it's a good idea to send you a picture of their penis without you asking for it. But then also, like,
well, I figure you gotta go
what
for
do you
it.
do? What am I supposed to do when I just receive random penises?
So do you
penini?
Do you not have like a collection of like dick pics that you re-dick out?
Not anymore. I used to have mad dick pics in my phone. Some I took myself, and some were unsolicited. Most were unsolicited. Like 80% of them were unsolicited.
Like, yeah, I also wonder. I'd be like, yo,
have you ever sent like unsolicited dick pics?
I've never even sent a solicited dick pic. I got too many noticeable tattoos, and then I don't want to just send dick. That would be crazy. Like I'm like just
everybody knows.
Yeah,
that's your dick.
Like I gotta send like dick and balls and like body a little bit. You don't want to just send. Are dudes just sending like dick heads?
No. Dudes are just sending like shaft and balls. Sometimes you get a little bit of the pubic hair area. But most times it's just shaft and balls. Yeah. Sometimes you get a little bit of the tip. Like if they want to be creative with it, they'll do, you know how you make yourself look taller by taking a picture from a lower angle? They'll do that shit with their penis. Just take it from like the head up. That's
what all my pictures would be. Because I would need it to look like, you know what I mean? I just need all from the floor, me standing over it. I want to be like.
You want to look like
I want like John Shaft on my joint. I ain't trying to like, come through looking like regular dick, man. You know what I mean? Like, although, it is what it is. What's that? What's that?
So I got some of the world's finest. My purple candy connect this week. I got purple candy.
Hold on, I just want to. What is this? Right? Is this?
It's a mini grinder.
What are you like? I want to put my butt in here. This is crazy. I can't.
It's like for if you're like it's just like enough for a joint's worth.
I'm about to see if a joint. Because I got enough for a joint's worth right here. Actually, do you have papers? I gave my papers in last night.
I got papers somewhere. Efforts, you got papers? Okay. I got papers.
Yeah.
My phone.
Nah, where your phone at? Felicia Facade.
Facade, L.
Yo, word up. My name is Neil That Ass Tyson today. I don't know if y'all know about my man Neil That Ass. He's a intergalactic space lover of universal proportions. If you feel, I can't even break this nug up in this grinder today.
Yo, you are not gonna be talking about.
Like I wish.
Trashing my video.
Now I left my grinder. It's my fault. It's totally my fault. You are right. You are correct. It is my fault. Yeah, you should have told me, man. My brother, he back on his DJ John now. So we could have had my brother. Shout outs Vibes Dealer.
Shout out to Vibes Dealer.
Shout outs Vibes Dealer. We out here the boom boom killer. Never stealer. So yeah, like my brother is gonna be DJing for us a couple of events coming up. I just want to say we got some dope events coming up, and I'm real excited to announce them on the podcast because I just came back from Maine. That was popping for Cabin Fever. Shout outs Marcus Cardona. Shout outs Talent Harris. Shout outs all the other comics that came. Shout outs Unruly Collective Hillary coming through. I'm trying to think of all the other events that we got coming up. We got a lot of events coming up, Joy. You know that, right? You know that, right?
I know some of them.
All right, first of all, tomorrow we got the block party. I don't know when people see this in timeline of their lives or timeline of the universal truth, but in this timeline, tomorrow we have a block party, right? We're gonna be out there on Fort Greene Place. I don't know if y'all know where Fort Greene is or if Fort Greene still exists. But at this time, Fort Greene Place between Lafayette and Hanson was a block where a whole bunch of buildings resided. And we're cutting off the block and going to put art all up and down the block. So, again, I don't know what, in whatever time period people are seeing this, this might be the 3000s and 20s that you're catching this, or you might be catching this in 2040.
That ass can't find my papers.
Or you might be catching this today. You can't find your papers?
Mm-hmm.
No, it ain't gonna happen. I guess you ain't got a bowl or something. I guess
Stop, bro.
I won't smoke.
No, you can't not smoke for that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna smoke Fonto. I would rather not. To all my people out there who don't know me.
Here, smoke this one. This is just paper.
Mm-hmm.
It's just paper. There's no tobacco, no nothing.
No tobacco,
No tobacco, no nothing.
no flowers.
No flowers.
Taste buds.
Add your own flowers.
Yeah, flowers for your flowers coming soon. The taste buds. We got taste buds coming at all of our events. Flowers for your flowers. We got the Bushwick blend.
Okay.
We got the Ocean Hill blend.
Okay.
We got the Harlem River blend.
The Harlem River blend. You gotta have the yacht blend. You gotta get the yacht blend in there.
Well, the Harlem River is of the yachtish sort.
Open notes.
Let's see. Open
notepad.
Really? Just
yeah, like the
how
screen
about you
is.
just open it? Oh, you can't.
It's gotten so bad.
She got a black ghetto screen.
It's gotten so bad now that open Instagram. Hey Siri, open Instagram. It's gotten so bad I gotta tell Siri to do shit.
Yeah.
You know, but she does it.
Oh,
she does it though, but she does it.
Yeah, this thing's so small it's slipping out my
Right, bet. We're not.
You know how it go with the dudes, right? It's the same thing with my hands.
Yo, we're not. Let's get into it. What are you? Okay, so you're smoking a Bushwick blend.
Yeah, of course. Taste buds, flowers for your flowers. Yeah, you gotta make sure you have good taste buds.
We got Black Movies for My White Friends next Thursday, right?
Yeah, Black Movies for My White Friends. We got 2 hilarious comics coming through. Talent Harris and Alex Babbitt.
Oh, I love Alex Babbitt. I actually really do love them.
Yeah, so it's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be telling. I wish I could share with you like flyers and stuff right there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna share with you the flyer, and you can put that up.
It's gonna be in the newsletter. Y'all make sure y'all sign up for the newsletter. Hey, y'all get the newsletter. You can sign up at www.TheGodIsArt. It's that simple. Put your email in there. We're gonna keep you updated on everything that's going on.
The word?
Yes, words. It's that simple. It's a little link. Or you can go to link. Like if you go to Instagram, the Smokes and Jokes, so you go to my Instagram, Radical Black Joy. In the link in the bio, you can sign up for the newsletters.
I like the newsletter.
I'm very sure. All right, I want to jump into this first topic because I am so tired of seeing it.
Get up in that first topic, all up in
like
there, baby.
I saw this meme the other day, and we had to talk about this, right? The meme says, "You don't have a health insurance plan. Stop playing with these crates. These crates. I have so many questions about these crates. Number one, where the fuck are they getting all these crates? Because I have been in the hood forever. No bodega, no supermarket lets you take any of the crates. Because they don't, like, when you get milk supplies, you have to return the crates to the milk company. Yeah, that's how they get credit for the deliveries and shit. It's a whole thing, right? It's an inventory thing. So they don't let you take crates. Where are y'all getting these fucking crates? First of all. Second of all, you know you ain't got no health insurance. All right, why y'all out here trying to fuck up? Like the hospitals are already flooded with COVID patients. You really need to add to the fucking nonsense with this, like this crate shit. And then three, who is the idiot that devised this hilarious thing?
That's the only question I want to know. I want to know who was John Crate Challenge? Like who was
who was the first crater? Does anybody know who the first crater was?
Yeah. I don't know who the first. I saw the challenge and I was just like, this is not for me. You know what I mean? But also, I think that's something that like maybe developed over time because I know people don't just they don't just give away the crates. So it's like somebody over time had to grab up those crates. Yo, what's up, Richard? How you feeling?
Come on in. Come on in.
Somebody over time had to grab up. Yeah. Somebody over time had to grab up that those crates. You know what I mean? So it's not like a
dog.
That's like an over time thing. Like you had a bunch of them sitting around there,
and then they just communicated on the internet, talking about, son, you're gonna start doing these crates.
It was probably like one dude first. They had like 5 crates. They was out there in the hood. Somebody was bored. It's been COVID.
True.
The hood is bored.
In the house shit.
Yeah, so you put 2 of them, and they like, oh, I made it over. They're like, oh, snap, he made it over. Yeah, they're like, yo, we gotta stack up some more. Let's go find like 5 more crates. Then it's like 10 crates, and you're like, oh, I made it over.
I feel like this was a literal pipe dream. Like somebody was like, yo, like a crackhead somewhere, like woke up. Yo, I know what we should do. We should stack crates into a pyramid and walk over them. Like, and like make it hard. So, you know what I'm saying? Bet these corner niggas that you can't do it. And then they gonna have to pay you bread. And then we can buy more crack. Like, I feel like that's what it was.
And you thought the people on the corner was like, yo.
Cause like, imagine, right?
Oh, I see. Somebody said they work for warehouses. That's what they got.
Warehouses.
So these are all dudes who work in warehouses trying to do the crate challenge. That's preposterous.
Challenge. I don't agree. That's there go Tika. He's trying to make a break for it, y'all. Right now, he in his rebellious stage.
Yo, get out of here.
So every time the door open, he want to try to run out and shit. It's actually quite hilarious. I let him go. I tell him I know he ain't built for these streets yet. The streets is not where it's at, bro. I'm trying to give you a home. You know what I'm saying? So I just tell him, you know, you can go if you want to go. I ain't chasing you. I'm too old for that. My knees don't work like that no more. That's the purple candy too, bro.
Smokes and jokes.
You know, I'd be like, my knees don't work like that. So, you know, you can go. I'm not chasing you. But the farthest he ever really goes is that fence over there.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other night, he got attacked by a street cat. This nigga was ran. He was not for it.
Cats. I know
he didn't really like it. Yeah, this cat be trying to get at him when he's sitting in the window.
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere one night, scared the shit out of him. He was like, ah! And then Tiki gonna sit there like, through the screen. So now they're trying to fight through the screen. Yeah. I was like, y'all niggas is worse than kindergartners. Like, it's like, I don't know. But yeah, you know, I just feel as if it had to be a crackhead that thought of this because, like, they be trying to do some impossible.
They were saying that the CIA dropped the crate challenge down there. They dropped all the crates down there because that way it's distracting the people from doing what they need to do. So it's also sending, like, you know, able-bodied black men to the infirmary. You know what I mean? This is what I heard.
I saw one chick do it in heels, and I want to say he was a brave ass bitch. Cause
Did she fall?
No, she didn't. She made
I saw the ballerina do it on bottles.
On bottles. On
bottles. She had her foot on the, but you know, on the edge of a ballerina toe, they got like pads on the edge of the toe. So yeah, you know, I used to be a ballerino. Did you know that?
I don't think that's what they're called.
What do you mean they're not called a ballerina?
I think they're just like male ballerinas.
They're called ballerinos. I was a ballerino. What are you talking about? I feel
like that's not the right word.
What do you mean?
I never been a ballerina.
I
did study ballet as a kid.
First of all, let me learn you.
Ballerino.
Besides ballerina, being a concept, it's a part of language. So if you know Spanish, it's either Spanish, Italian. It's gonna be one of those.
Right.
And all of those things have feminine and negative, female and masculine. All of them masculine and female.
You're right.
So if there's a female, there's a ballerina. There's a ballerino. Right. But also you can Google the word. It does exist. I was a ballerino. I used to demi-plie like a mug in the hood. You know what I mean? I used to demi-plie. That's you know what I mean?
That explains a lot, though.
Now, when you grow up in the hood, man, you trying to get out. See, for me, I know a lot of other cats, they saw like basketball as the way out, or like drugs as the way out. I was like, yo, what's the niche stuff that nobody? When you like
watch Footloose and got it, she was like, that's the way.
Although Footloose was my joint, they actually came to my school and they did a like a little. It was very questionable. It was like they did like the NBA herding system, but for dancing. They came. They looked at all of us. They looked at all of us. They was like, yes, those 10.
You,
let's break it down. We're gonna
not you.
Compete. Okay, can you dance against each other, blacks? Oh yes, yes. You shall be. Oh yes. You have picked up this play the best. So, you know, so it was like that. Right. It was just when I was small, I danced for like 3 years.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So something else. Let's see. Next topic I want to get into is so Dylan Hood, right? This is a little bit heavy trigger warning for everybody. Not trigger warning, but like so Dylan Hood got sentenced to the death penalty. Dylan Roof.
Yes.
Right. Dylan Roof.
It is the top of something, but
right.
The difference is different, you know what I mean?
All right, so anyway, he got sentenced to the death penalty. And something I was reading today, I'll just like read excerpts from it, but the title of a article that was written by somebody I follow on another black person I follow, yes. Because it is, I feel like, a necessary discussion.
Okay.
But it's like, it says, how do we affirm that Black Lives Matter in defense of a right-wing supremacist terrorist, right? Now, it's going to be a little weird. So he says, when I read the news that Dylan Roof's conviction and death sentence was upheld by the Fourth Circuit of Appeals, I breathed a sigh of relief, while also frustrated that so many that say they want to see the death penalty abolished are applauding the court's decision. Mm-hmm. While I understand the complexity of emotion, especially for Black people, it's my deeper love and concern for Black life that I argue you can't be anti-death penalty and applaud the state for planning to kill anyone, even a white supremacist. Right. And then it goes on for some more. But like he says, to be clear, if anyone deserves the death penalty, Roof, after being welcomed into Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, North Carolina, and killing 9 Black worshipers in cold blood, committing one of the worst racialized terrorist attacks in recent history, it is him. But this is not a matter of deserving, but our collective values and the future that we want to build for ourselves. This is a matter of justice and not retribution.
Okay.
Right. So the article is just really exploring this idea of abolition. Right. We say we want to. There's people out here that want to burn the system. We want to abolish the police. We want to rebuild the system so that it's more equitable and actually is justice. Right. So we have to think, like, if we want to abolish these things, is it like we just want to abolish them only when it's against us, used as weapons against us?
Hell yeah! That's the only time I want to abolish it.
Are we actually looking for justice? What? You know, are we actually looking for
there
justice?
is no justice. There is no justice no more. We are well aware of that. And right now, in this point in history, we have to, like, the death penalty does still exist. Mm-hmm. And although we wish to abolish it, it's not. although we wish to abolish the police, it's not.
Right.
So the fine line is not like, let's not make an example with black folks for like, you know, for the one time we decide to have sympathy on someone. Like that man was a cold-blooded murderer with there is no story where the people in the church somehow wronged him and like it was a revenge thing. It's like it was just in cold blood.
That's absolutely true. On the same page though, right?
Yeah.
We have to think of it like this. If the death penalty still exists and we're okay using it as retribution, then how can we can't applaud for it being used in this manner against them, but then also say, well, we should now abolish it because
when it's Mumia Abu Jamal, that's different.
Because these black people were innocently given the death penalty, right? But this is what I'm saying. If it exists as a weapon, it will always be used as a weapon.
I get it.
So either it has to exist for nobody.
No.
Right? It should exist for nobody or like exist for everybody.
I think it's like a
you know, because I don't know. It's like if I don't have a gun in my house, my kid can't accidentally shoot it. You know what I mean?
But that don't mean he can't accidentally get shot.
What do you think? We got a comic in the house with us, just dropped in. You know, we haven't had a guest on a podcast in a while. It's all right. You can scoot this over. I can turn the screen. Right? Also, shout out to Empress Eats. Chef Empress in the building. Get herself ready to start the food. She don't want to wait. She in her zone right now. It's all good.
I don't want to wait.
But it's night. Okay. So, like, what do you think about that? What's your opinion?
Death penalty?
Yeah, like, just in that terms, like, is it retribution or justice that we're really looking for?
I feel like retribution, in my opinion, it should be based on certain situations. So for African American, for me, I think there's certain things that should looking into retribution. I feel like that specific situation, that person came in with revenge, and he literally was planning it. You know, there's evidence that he was planning it. So
Tanya Bryant said he was sent. One of the people who was killed was a representative that they never talked about.
You know, so retribution versus justice. I felt like when we talk about justice, that's a totally different, also like sort of like conversation, because we've only got justice about like 4 or 5% in this country. You know, and that comes from like early when we go back in the 50s all the way up. You know, so that's about 5% only, right? But when we talk about in the grand scheme, retribution is a totally different situation, because this person went and attacked black people. You know, he didn't go to anybody else. He went to that specific church because there was.
This ain't the time to get a conscience. Black people always get a conscience when it's black people. That article is ridiculous to me. Like, no, this is not the time to talk about conscience. That consciousness is only spoke about because of all of the injustice that led up to that point. Not enough white death have happened for that to be such an appalling thing for him to be sent to death.
No, because it's not. The article isn't even about him. It's just about the fact that this thing exists. That we say we want to abolish, but then when it comes to people who have hurt us, we are okay using it as a tool of retribution. So at the end of the day, are we trying to build a system that's actually just and equitable, or are we trying to build a system of retribution? Like, what kind of
it's been so
can you have both?
It's been so unequal. We need some points of retribution on our way back to equality.
Yeah, it can be both.
And I agree. Okay, so this is also a good question. Why does he get the easy way out? Death is kind of an easy way out. Why does he not? I think so. I think you should be made to suffer. I don't think that death is. I don't think that death is a punishment at all. The same way that you euthanize an animal that's in pain, right? It's a mercy to kill somebody. I don't think he should be granted that mercy. Like, personally, I think that's a mercy for him. He gets to live for, maybe he's gonna die. He's on death row. How long he'll be on death row? Because now he has no more appeals. So he's definitely gonna be there just waiting to die, right? So maybe he's there another 10 years tops, right? Waiting for it. That's still not enough for me for the lives that he took. I feel like he should be made to, like, I have this idea of like creating like even like a virtual reality type thing where now you're put in the position that you were in and you have to live that over and over.
You saw
and over.
Black Mirror. Did you see Black Mirror?
I didn't.
There was this one where basically the guy was but he ended up being wrongfully convicted. But they took this black dude and they put him into like a little digital box.
Yeah.
And they would shock him in an electric chair. And everybody could come and catch a little piece onto a keychain of him being shocked on an electric chair. And how it becomes a point of like, where's the line of humanity? Are we trying to are we right to torture him? Like, are we trying to
Are we
trying to right humanity and be like,
you think that's torture?
Yeah. You know
to make somebody experience the same thing that they inflicted on somebody else, you think that's torture?
Well, the only thing that would be is death.
I don't think. See,
you want to stand him up there and shoot him to death?
No, I want him. I want him to feel it. So, like, all right, so maybe in the thing, he is one of the parishioners, and he is being hunted the same way he hunted those people, and he's the last one to get shot. Like, maybe that's how he dies. You know what I mean? But I feel like he needs to. So when you know what I'm saying? And when he gets shot in the virtual reality, like, he might have like maybe a brain aneurysm or something. Maybe he'll have a heart attack, thinking that he died. But as soon as they take those glasses off, he realizes he's not dead. He'll feel the weight of what he did.
But then what happens after that?
I don't know.
Like,
I didn't plan that far.
You're gonna put him down after that. Now he's like
maybe make him a legal slave. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What becomes
put him on a chain gang? Bring chain gangs back.
What's humane and what's okay for society to do? Because if we start that mob mentality, like now he's a slave to everyone, or now he's indebted to now that is a further slippery slope to me than the death penalty, because death is final, you know, or at least for this body, you know.
Yeah.
So that can be a little bit legally slippery for me, like the idea of him continue. And how do you know the people who are the papers? Your papers? The people who are the victims, the people who are the victims' family. How do you know they want that person feeling that pain? You know what I mean? How do you know they want them to be tapped into that emotion? If you could make that person
that's a good question, because I was thinking about, like, you would think that a death penalty sentence usually it's a selection based on what the family will agree on.
Yeah,
that's what I always think about that. The victim will agree. Yeah, no. Yeah. So I felt like that's how it should be, but in that specific situation, yes, like if I feel like a number of people shouldn't be like picking those choices versus like the jury or you know what I'm saying, because those jury are not the family victim. You know what I'm saying? They're just, you know what I'm saying. So I still watch now, like feeling the pain and more because being dead, like that's a break. That's a break, like she said. Like he's getting a break. Mm-hmm. But if he like suffer by, you know, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, I think that kind of like justify like all the pain that the family is going through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's that. You know, I don't support it just because I look at it from a humanity perspective. Because I always believe that if someone sees someone go to a death row, and they probably won't do the same thing, right? But unfortunately, in this society, we never know who, you know what I'm saying, who we, you know what I'm saying. So,
sure.
So it's hard, you know what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I personally, I would want, when I think I've known people that have gotten that's a good one. Should family choose? I don't know. I feel like the family should have a choice in that.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of sympathetic black people who won't be all soft and like, nah, we gotta swing swords, baby. Swing swords.
So speaking of being soft and cuddly and whatnot,
Can it be where each family go and take turn and like punching them in the face? I don't know. Like every Saturday.
No, they're saying there's so many options,
Every
right?
Saturday, I'm saying like I said, I don't promote negativity. I don't promote things like that. But I just felt like the amount of people that died, you know what I'm saying? Like that is, it's not like he went and killed one person. He killed a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna last them forever because that was an action that was taken by someone who was well aware of the action he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be something that whoever who like control that process of the law and everything, they should figure out a way to systematically make it where like the family have those say, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think maybe it would like help to give them some type of closure,
Morale,
like some type of healing? What happened if they had some type of say in what actually happens? Because like that's also with a lot of people, like, you know, even when people do get convicted, I
and it was all Christians too. They would have been like, "Yo, turn the other cheek."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like they would have been.
So you know, we gonna keep ruminating on this. We love to hear your thoughts. Send them to us. You know, you got the PO box address. We're gonna put it up on the screen. You can send us your thoughts. We'll read them on air, or just, you know, tweet at us at Smokes and Joe's Comedy, Radical Black Joy. But since we're talking about convicting, sort of canceling, I don't know. I'm gonna switch over to canceling. I found this thing on Ryan Davis comedy at Ryan Davis. Shout out to him. He's a hilarious comedian, been around for a long time. But he's a part of this sketch about why you can't cancel Tekashi 6ix9ine. Okay, and I want to discuss it after we watch this sketch.
All right, play it.
All right.
Former friend, member of the 9 Trade Gangsta Blood. My question to you is, Mr. Davis, is your client a rat? Does he work for the feds? Because according to the information that I've received, this is in a documentary he did called Supervillain. His former friend, member of the 9 Trade Gangsta Bloods, do you think Tekashi 6ix9ine done anything for the culture? Mr. Ardos simply responded, shaking his head, none. I can't name them. Not one.
Who said it?
This was his friend from the documentary Supervillain, Billy A.D.O. He's one of the 9 Trade Gangsta Bloods.
Man, they're calling my client a lot of things. Now this nigga is Thanos. He's a supervillain.
Wow.
It's amazing. What did he do for the culture? I don't understand why anybody would ask what he did, you know, for the culture, because my argument is he's not of the culture. Simply not. See, once again, we're trying to learn shit just to unlearn it later. Why do all that work? Why go to Michigan State and lose to a nigga who dropped out of community college? See, when you do extra work, it's all for naught. You could have been eating instead of fighting other students for ramen. You said that he was #1 on the Billboard. I would like to ask my opposition, who's #1 on the Billboard right now? You don't give a fuck. Because it doesn't matter. It didn't matter to anyone then. It doesn't matter to anyone now. But if we're going to talk about success, and Tekashi is supposedly this big musician, right? What music award was he nominated for? None. What one have you even seen him sit in the audience at? None. Have you seen him perform at one? Not one. But he's the biggest artist in the game. Nigga, please. To call your case laughable would be an insult to jokes. The defense rests.
Wow, the defense needs to work out. They've been resting. As a matter of fact, we need to know the defense's resting heart rate.
So that was Ryan Davis Comedy with Council Court. Find him on YouTube. But like, to what he said, true or not true? Like, how do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I only a few like new rappers come on the scene, and I'm like, I like that. You know, I am definitely getting older, and I'm like, music has to hit me a certain way. And I'm also stuck on the artists that I like to hear, so I want them to release new music. But when I heard Tekashi 6ix9ine, I was just like, this guy obviously has an audience of people that listens to him. I'm not a part of that audience, but I'm glad that people listen to this. And then people wanted to cancel him. I was like, you know, I don't know. And he seemed like a white dude doing like, you know, black music. I felt like, you know, it was just like it went too far. It was like if G-Eazy said nigga in the song. It went just a little too far.
I just never really got him at all. He was just one of these names that came out of nowhere, and I was like, who the fuck is that? I don't know. And like, it never really mattered. And I agree. Like, I don't think he's of the culture. Like, I wouldn't count him as hip hop. I feel like he's one of these experimental, you know, hip grunge.
I feel like someone just,
kids, you know what I mean?
I feel like someone in the lab just create this guy and give him a name and just put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Because
I'm not, you know, even though like I don't have a lot of like say about, you know, the culture of hip hop, you know, but I'm a big fan of music. You know, I just enjoy music, and like you said, some music have to really like touch my soul. You know what I'm saying? And when I listen or when I hear someone else listen to this music, I just feel like, wow, you just touching yourself. But again, like, we're in a country of opportunity, and I feel like there's people out there who will benefit out of people sort of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the music industry has always been this machine that just kind of created like carbon copies of artists that came before, and it was like each version was like a diluted version of the one before them. You know what I mean? This is like, no, he's just like one copy too many. You know, when you add a toner, you know what I'm saying? That last copy is like grayscale and shit. Like,
a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Speaking of hip hop, you know we got to talk about Donda. We got to talk about Donda.
Yo, that's fire, yo. Again, I did Yeezy season. I think I did Yeezy season 2 or 3, right? At Madison Square Garden. They had gave us, I think, $100 to like give them our phones, dress us in clothes, and be underneath a sheet for like a couple of hours until it was time to perform. We had to be silent until the Madison Square Garden filled up. Then when it filled up, we had to come out and then we started dancing and everything like that. Longest day of my life for $100. You know what I mean?
$100? What?
But
the whole day.
The experience I had, yo.
That's true, and you got a pair of Yeezys out of it, didn't you?
No, I did take some clothes, but I didn't take the Yeezys. I took some Carhartt. Because I just felt like, you know, I couldn't let go of that energy. Like, that would be foolish.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. You should definitely take that compensation for your day.
Yeah,
and that energy,
story,
like that
right?
memory.
They took us out to New Jersey. They had to take our phones. And by accident, my phone stayed on me. So I was the only one out of like a whole Madison Square Garden again with my phone on the Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that's how you got the pictures.
That's how I got those pictures, yo. Me,
undercover niggas.
It was totally.
You better check his pockets. He's not happy to see you guys. He's telling you that is his phone.
Yeah.
But not all right. So the thing I wanted to talk about, because I didn't watch the whole thing yet. They said it's 6 hours long. I don't necessarily have time like that.
6 hours.
Yeah, he was like sitting in a field with the church burning for 6 hours and shit, and then like 100 niggas standing around with tiki torches. Like, wow. But I did watch clips of it, and one of the clips I watched was the baby that he replaced, and it's rumored that he replaced Jay-Z with the baby, and it's like,
People plays who? What the baby?
The verse that the baby does on that song.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was doing it before.
Yeah.
He switched. He dropped Jay-Z for the baby supposedly.
Oh, did y'all think the baby
Why?
was really canceled?
No, I know he's not canceled. Because as long as Kanye lives, he's gonna reach out to those other outcasts, the wayward hip hop folk, and pull them back.
But also, like there is a strong like there is a strong when you get a certain financial thing and they talk a certain way, like it's all a part of a sort of like, you know, a plan. It depends on where you land on what you're doing in terms of the cancel culture,
right?
Of how canceled you are and how much money you made before you were canceled, and like
and I also like, and I'm not agreeing with. I'm going to say that I understand his statements.
I don't even know what he said.
I don't know exactly what he said or how he said it, but I know that he's from a certain place that speaks a certain language and speaks a certain way and moves a certain way. So when you get to that place where you're now a millionaire and you're expected to be politically correct, and you know your free speech is more
he was not
like your free speech is more censored and picked apart than anybody else's free speech. You know what I'm saying? Like if one of us says something at the like in similar stances, we wouldn't get canceled, my guy. Right? We probably have, but I don't. You definitely have. You know what I mean? But that's my point. Like there is no mob. There's no mob. There's no like people watching you all the fucking time, and there's also no mob to assemble and come after you. On, like in a wave on Twitter, you know what I mean? Like Black Twitter's not looking for ohenecornelius right now, not now, but maybe later. Who knows?
But also, I feel like there is also like I don't want to say not secretly, but as the world is changing, like you know, Christianity is still very homophobic, you know. And you think about
I think some like more in the Orthodox, areas of it, and like the more strict, like and black Christianity too, like Black culture in general. Like if we're really being honest, we're still in this like acceptance phase of like the true whole aspects of ourselves, like people being whole people. You know what I'm saying? Like understanding like my resting bitch face does not mean I'm unhappy. It just means I'm chilling, like I'm just fucking chilling. I'm not mad just because I ain't talking to you or I ain't smiling.
I ain't mad because I ain't talking to you.
You know what I mean? That doesn't mean anything. So like because we're still accepting all these ways of defining ourselves, I think this is a really hard moment, and like people are too quick to like cancel folks, especially I heard this on Breakfast Club the other day. I forget who was being interviewed, but he was like, if you're with cancel culture, you can't be with mental health culture. Like those two things don't coincide because you're not considering how this person, or like even thinking about why this person thinks the way they think. Like what their mental health. I see people coming with
their counter arguments. They picking up their ways for why they can say some messed up things. They like, yo, man, I really, you gotta understand mental health, y'all. I be out here. It's a lot of work. Mental health. Think about my mental health.
I mean, but also think about like when we say mental health, and I say this because I as somebody who's been diagnosed with, I have mental health diagnoses, and so I understand sometimes when I look at how people respond to me or how I've acted before I knew what was like medically going on, or even understood how my own brain operates, having had this time to understand it, right? When I look back at like specifically 5 years of my life, I held down 2 jobs and I had a side hustle. I was working probably 20 out of 24 hours a day. That is not mentally healthy. And a lot of dudes like the baby or where he come from, right? All of these, when we come from in the hood sometimes, like, you know, the way your mind is shaped until you're exposed to other things, right? You're gonna think and act and speak in a certain way because that's all you know, and that has to do with your mental health.
But you know, cats is definitely programmed a certain way, but you know, that is the crux of the struggle.
I mean, going back to the simple part, that's a very important thing, like where like having to job, you know, having a side hustle, but also just kind of like working so hard that your body is like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I felt, me personally, I felt like
So that salad look.
we work very hard, like African American, Latino, you know what I'm saying? Like we are like the sort of like the number on top when it comes down to force work, you know what I'm saying? We work very, very hard. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
And,
All the fucking time.
and when this
Don't
bureaucracy,
you know?
right? And this sort of like law that they be putting there, oh, make sure that your worker doesn't work this much hour, but they don't understand like we don't have certain choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't have the luxury. We don't, you know what I'm saying? They're like, well, you know, you can get help here if, you know, but they don't understand like each part that you go to even get like a simple help from like, you know, psychiatrists, or they don't even give you advice. You know what I'm saying? They don't even, you know what I'm saying? I've literally like sit with a psychiatrist and the shit that he told me is
this
like,
nigga crazy. No.
not only that, you can tell like if you are
Hey,
talking
Siri,
to another individual who was Caucasian, because you know he was a Caucasian man, he probably would not have that same conversation as he had with me, because I don't think that white psychiatrists understand black people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So for me, it's like,
do they understand
I
black
don't think
people?
they do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something that like we don't have the luxury to like say no when we have certain opportunities. So we have to really like put more work in, secure things, make sure that kids taken care of, make sure, you know what I'm saying? And then we have to
I
make
like
sure
that
that,
hat, though. Yo, I just wanted to tell you, I like that hat. I'm very proud of this hat. Every time I be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm very proud of this, man. I'm very proud. You know, I should get you signed it too.
Yeah.
Get you signed that. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, what's going? Yo, this is my man Richard Benenge, yo, from Congo. Recently
becoming a new comedian. Well, I'm literally learning. You know, I'm learning from the best, and I'm very like honored, and I'm excited to come up with more material, building more material, and then learn, you know, the certain technique that they use that will allow me to be better at it. But I never feel so confident, so comfortable, you know, even though when sometimes I'm on the mic and I just know I kind of like screwed up, I'm still holding on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on it. You know, I'm not losing control. I'm just like, you gotta own it. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. You know,
it's about repetition. It's definitely about repetition. It's about writing the like getting rid of the fodder and like sticking the jokes. Like, and you got to work your jokes. Today I was working with my boy Tino. We was just sitting down working, just working the jokes though. Like, you know what I mean? What's the punchline? Like, and then doing different like exercises on making your jokes better. So, but yeah, it's like anything. I know Richard from editing, and we met a while back though with Courtney, man. Like we did like
2005.
Yeah, that was a while back.
We met when we were shooting Brooklyn Girl Fight Club. That's how we met.
That was a long time ago.
You actually, I think that was in the ring.
Yeah, I think that came out eventually.
Yeah, it came out. You know what I'm saying? It came out. But like it was like my first time going to Brownsville, Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Brownsville. I mean, Brownsville is no joke. It's wild out there. You know what I'm saying? I was running around with the camera.
YRB magazine.
Oh my God! Yes. The Yellow Rat Buster. Yes.
Crazy.
So that was actually my first experience just being in Brownsville, just witnessing women fighting on the ground. You know, bare knuckle. I was like, wow, that is crazy. But the beauty thing about it is that you never know. You know, you never know your bar until you experience it. So when I went there, I realized, like, this is where Mike Tyson came from, right?
Yeah.
So this is all the fighter. This is where all the fighter actually came from. You know what I'm saying? If you can survive Ramsey, you can survive anywhere. So I was just like, I was literally amazed, but at the same time, I felt that the energy around that community. I felt like it was like happiness, sadness. You know, people. You know what I'm saying? It was like all type of energy. You know what I'm saying? That was actually my first time also taking taking it was the L train. It was my first time, so I get to see that view of Manhattan. But yeah, that's how we met. And then I work on his first video, green screen. We did a couple of movie. First movie. Yeah. Okay, before anybody else, you know what I'm saying? In the category of like we talked about before Instagram, before social media.
Yeah, I remember this.
This is the first guy with movie where you have a music video and you have a story that he write. And, you know what I'm saying? It's just amazing. You know
we was doing independent. It's like, you know, I'm not the first guy to be like Michael Jackson and Steven Spielberg.
Well, that's what I said. In the level of like independent, you know, but like a lot of people just was not thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? So he really, and we used to shoot on tapes. So it's not like we shoot on digital.
We shot up in
niggas here be shooting on digital and complaining. We used to shoot on tapes. So we had to make sure that we saved tapes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
In Harlem doing the drink with
my God.
Abu spot.
Yes. We had the setup and everything, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ohene inspired me to really pursue, you know, my skills as an editor, because I used to definitely like trying to figure out what I want to do, and he really helped me to kind of like keep, you know, going forward the curiosity of becoming a great editor. And now I'm going back to drawing. Thanks for him. Now I'm going back to drawing. So it's gonna be just, you know, like a new year for me, because I'm excited about it. Just wanted to grow. You know what I'm saying? Just want to grow, man.
It should be good. Taste buds. We out here. This is the end of the podcast. I don't know where Joy went. I wanted to talk about all of the events that we had coming up. Of course, on Monday nights, we have the bomb shelter. You come over to Ocean Hill. We got the neighborhood listening in on our jokes. It's something very special that we got pumping. I think I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna barbecue some. I'm gonna grill some chicken on Monday. Go back to going to the grill, because, you know, I know they missed it. I needed them to miss it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
because we got some people fat now. Right?
Yeah.
Some people got some dirty coming out.
They took it for the cat is whining for you. Yeah.
Shout out to every Monday.
This Tuesday, the 31st, we have McLaughlin at McLaughlin's. It's a show in Queens. It's a nice venue in Queens. It's a bar. We're in the back of a bar in Queens. It's pretty cool. Set up by Eric Frost. So make sure to slide out to that. Then next Thursday, we have Black Movies for My White Friends. I sent you that? Where the hell is she? Well, anyway, I sent her the flyer, but Black Movies for My White Friends. You're going to have myself and Yemi Afolabi. We're going to be talking over 2 Black movies with 2 comics, doing a set each, Talent Harris and Alex Babbitt. So it's going to be really funny, really fun.
Yeah. What's the movie this week?
It's gonna be. We got 2 old school Black movies, because.
Tell me one of them.
But I just wanted to, like, I had to do stuff that's not only funny but also sort of educational and sort of like it's Black cinema. I don't want them to just laugh at Black people the whole time. So it's got to be like different types of stories. So I do Coolie Ha.
Okay.
Coolie Ha. You know what I mean? The Spook Who Sat by the Door.
Ooh, that's gonna be heavy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be heavy. I hope the white people stay to the end. Stay for the whole
movie.
Stay for both movies. Yo, you know what's funny? I was also at I was working at Blinky's Bar. Shout out to Miss Jazzy Bella with Thick Filet.
Yeah.
She is now doing we now at Blinky's Bar on 609 Grand. Every Tuesday, you can get your thick filet there.
Yo, thick filet.
Thick filet ale. And
yeah,
so last week,
that sounds real suggestive. I ain't gonna hold you right now. I got $15 for a thick filet right now.
So you know, pull up on Tuesday nights. We're there from 6 to 12 every week now. And last week we were watching Bebe's Kids actually in the bar. Yeah, like I forgot how great that fucking movie was. Robin Hood's a fucking genius in that. That was also like the movie that kept me like focused. Be like, I don't want no fucking kids. Like no.
But you have to.
I do, but I got married first, and that was years later. Like I was an adult, and I did shit the right way.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you did it the right way. I did. Now
I'm living my best rich auntie life as a divorced single mom. So like I'm
I'm single dad out here. I be doing like single dad stuff, like going bowling by myself.
I go roller skating. I think it's roller. That's how my screen is shattered right now, like in a million fucking pieces.
I go get butt massages from little Asian people. That's pretty cool.
I don't even know what that means.
What? Like butt massages?
Oh right, you was telling me about the couples massage thing.
Yeah, I got my cheeks massaged. It was real good.
Yeah, I get hour long like foot massages.
Ooh, he had his elbow on my butt cheek like that. I was like, I ain't even supposed to like this like that.
No, you're supposed to like it. Like your gluteus maximus is one of your most used body parts.
You ever had somebody rub you and you got?
You know that the average.
I be laughing.
Here's a piece of like useless trivia, right?
It's like mad.
The average New Yorker takes about 15 to 50,000 steps a day. Just because you take the train, you automatically take about 15,000 steps a day. Like that is insane. 15,000 steps a day. Yes.
Oh, but you said from 15 to 50.
Yeah, 15 to 50, depending on like how much you travel.
That's a lot of. That's still a big number.
Steps. That's a lot of steps.
15 though, you could just walk down to the thing, and that's like.
Yeah, that's like one trip to the supermarket.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
15 steps is only
1,000, my guy. Anyway, for that week, that's all our topics for this week. Felicia Facade, aka Radical Black Joy. You can find me on the internet, Radical Black JOI, or www.TheGodIsArts. Partner here.
Yo, near that ass Tyson, as you always know. I said this is my new signing off. This is the podcast. Yo, we had our special guest. Tell them what your name is, man.
Richard Benenge here from House of Benenge. Yeah.
What's your is that your
House of Benenge, HOUSEOFBENENGE. That's my Instagram.
Yo, word
production, storyboarding, illustration.
Yo, DM him, yo. Hey, yo.
Photography, you know.
I was at an Ayo moment.
You said DM him?
DM me though.
Hey,
yo, that's real.
DM him?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just did the FOA ad.
Yes.
DM me.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
DM. What? Did I?
Yes. There's another N missing, right? The name.
House of.
Oh, you got double.
I did. All right, well, he just spelled it out for y'all. So y'all was interested, y'all gonna write it down.
House of Benenge.
House of Benenge.
Shut up. Anyway, that is the podcast. The podcast. We still don't have a theme song. You owe me $150.